Hey guys, Bob here, aka Mr. Reef Safe, and today I'm giving my top 5 favorite Saltwater Aquarium podcasts. Before I get into it, I want to say this is my opinion, so it is the ones that I listen to, the ones I like, and I listen to many, but these are my top 5. I also want to say that I chose ones that were ongoing. If they've stopped at some point, I'm not choosing them, so they're off the list. Primarily, I'm looking at podcasts and not YouTube. So if they show up on YouTube and they are a podcast, that's fine. However, if it is a YouTube video that becomes a podcast, I'm not counting those. Number 5 is Wreath Therapy with Jake and Mark, part of the Reef Builder Studios. What I like about this show is they get into the technical aspects of things. They talk about the equipment and how to handle equipment, and there's really no topic that they won't leave unturned. I enjoy listening to these guys, and I think you will too. Number 4, the Saltwater Radio Aquarium Podcast. Jeff is the host of this show, and what I like about Jeff is he goes on there and he tells things that's going on with his life, his tank, and what he's doing with his store now, and he gives a top 10 of what he likes. I enjoy listening to that because sometimes I get ideas that I normally would not have come up with. There's many fish that I say, wow, what is Jeff talking about? And I'll Google it to find out what that fish is. Number 3, Reef News Network with Peter and Jeremy. And these guys do a great job of bringing out all the information, what's happened in that particular week or month in the whole reefing community. Anything goes with these guys. The shows, news, what's happening on the coral reefs. These guys don't leave any stone unturned. They make sure that the information is there, and they do it in a way that is actually very easy to digest. Number 2 is probably someone that everyone here knows, Dr. Tim's Aquarium Podcast. I love Dr. Tim's products as well as his podcast. I love to listen to him and Hillary talk, and they answer questions. They answer some of the harder questions that people are asking, and it's not just saltwater, they'll help with freshwater as well. Number 1 is For the Reef Podcast with Mitch and Ian. Now these guys really know their stuff. I enjoy listening to them. They do more than just get into the aquarium stuff, but they get into stuff that's happening on the reef. These guys talk with marine biologists and people around the world trying to do coral conservation. And it's just a great podcast to listen to. And often I'll listen to it 2 or 3 times because there's so much packed into one of those podcasts. I usually like to give a bonus. In this case, it is Watercolors Aquarium Gallery Podcast. Now I learned about these from my number 5 pick, Wreath Therapy, and I really enjoyed listening to these guys. They talk about both fresh and saltwater, but they split the show up. So one week they'll talk freshwater, another week they'll talk saltwater, no particular order. But I enjoy listening to the banter back and forth, and they have a lot of information there. There's a lot of knowledge between the 3 of them, and I guarantee you'll get something out of listening to them. So that's my top 5 and my 1 bonus. I really enjoyed listening to these guys, and I think you will too. So check them out on your favorite podcast platform. Until next time, enjoy the hobby.